The Louisville Metro Housing Authority is having success transitioning people out of Dosker Manor. Thunder over Louisville is less than a week away, and Amazon opens its first Louisville same-day delivery facility. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. During Mayor Craig Greenberg's weekly update, he shared an update on the efforts of the Louisville Metro Housing Authority to transition people out of Dosker Manor.
It is my firm belief that every person in every corner of this community deserves access to safe, quality, and affordable housing. And that's why we created the My Louisville Home Plan, which is a very bold plan to work to build and renovate 15,000 affordable new housing units over the course of the coming years.
3, 2, 1.
And so far, I'm proud to report that we've created 5,000 new units of affordable housing in Louisville.
It is not always easy to stand up for affordable housing, but it is essential to the well-being of our city. LMHA has been a cornerstone of affordable housing in Louisville, serving more than 30,000 people. For years, LMHA was known nationally as a high-performing agency. In recent years, we haven't been where we need to be. Some of our public housing properties were in conditions that were simply unacceptable. At the same time, policy changes at both the federal and local levels shifted many of our senior designated properties to mixed populations with a 100% homeless preference, without the critical wraparound services to support that transition. That left many of our residents in incredibly vulnerable situations, and we couldn't turn a blind eye. We have taken bold steps to turn things around. First, we are transforming public housing. We're reinvesting in properties like Dosker Manor, Avenue Plaza, and Parkway Place. And this isn't just about fixing buildings. It's about creating communities where people are proud to live. Second, we're strengthening housing assistance and community programming. LMHA now administers more than 11,600 housing choice vouchers, and we're making the program more efficient, transparent, and responsive to the people it serves. We're also modernizing LMHA for the future. And one of the initiatives that I'm proudest of is the relocation of Dosker Manor residents. I'm not proud that it had to come to that. I'm proud of the program that we've built to help residents make that transition. Since June of 2024, 233 residents have successfully transitioned from Dosker. Today, Dosker Manor is 50% vacant as we continue working with urgency toward better housing solutions for the remaining residents there.
Just like Sunday, my family never came around me, but Sunday, I fixed dinner. My daughter-in-law, my grandkids, they all came and ate with me, and that made me feel good. But in Dosker Manor, it was just too much to bear, but like I said, I dealt with it because God told me he was going to change it for me.
It has taken dedication from our team, an honest look at where we've fallen short, and a commitment to doing better for the people we serve. We still have a lot of work ahead of us, but today I'm proud of how far we've come. LMHA is moving forward, and we are just getting started.
The good news is that we are unaware of any injuries that are the result of the storm last night. We are very fortunate that when the storm came through and when these strong damaging winds came through, none of these areas behind us or some of the other areas of damage that we're seeing today, nobody was hurt. So that is the good news. But of course, many businesses, homes suffered very significant damage in and around the J-Town and Middletown area.
Jeffersontown has been devastated. We have many, many buildings that have been totally destroyed, but I can say that we are lucky because no one has lost any lives or had any injury here. It was spring break, and all my people that normally were in place for my command staff for emergencies were gone. And I've had people step up to the plate that I never thought, we didn't think we were going to have to handle anything like this.
Daylight brings out a lot of things. Even since the sun came up this morning, we were looking at a lot of wires down that people were noticing. So like the mayor said, that's a big safety issue. If you find a down power line, don't touch a fence in the area. Call LG&E, call 911 if you think it's an immediate issue to life and health and safety. The debris that's out there, they don't hamper or clog drains to keep rain from flowing like they normally should. You can either call MSD to come out to assist with unclogging areas, or if you think it's safe, there's no water in the area, you can go ahead and try to do that yourself. So just make sure that you're keeping safe.
Louisville Metro government works closely with the Kentucky Derby Festival to guarantee your Thunder experience is as safe as possible.
This is the biggest national air show and fireworks show in the country. I couldn't be more proud of it.
And it's going to draw, anywhere from 500 to potentially 700,000 people.
It's all about excitement, getting the community together, have a good time, and show off all the things that we're about. It's always safety first, and this is a very integral part because we've got so many moving parts.
Thanks for coming today. You invite the people that have a key role in ensuring the public stays safe, that we're looking at things like security and weather and the environment, and so many different things. So we're really just a giant host at EMA to make sure everybody gets to the event safely.
We're dealing with explosive, we're dealing with aircraft, some of it being on the edge of Mach 1. So there's a lot of safety factors involved. This is the group that watches over us, makes sure that everybody's having a fun and safe time.
It's our job and our responsibility to bring all the parties together. What are the best practices around the country? What do we share with each other to make sure Thunder's a safe event for all our citizens?
While it's a fun event, it's also a very, very serious event.
Today's meeting brings together all the key stakeholders for Louisville, Southern Indiana, anybody that has a role in Thunder over Louisville. It's a time to ask questions, talk about challenges, so that on the day of Thunder, we're all on the same page. We're not trying to solve all those problems that day of, and that we've talked about every possible scenario we think could happen. We know what our resources are, and we know what we're going to do about any potential challenges. And we couldn't do it without the help of federal, state, local partners.
So the river assessment's critical.
But I think there is a potential for Kentuckiana to see a lot of rain, and if so, it may or may not affect the way the fireworks show go or the festival goes. You always hope it doesn't, but you plan for the worst and hope for the best.
Our task is always to outdo the year before, and I'm confident that we've done it again. So it's going to be a huge show and a really exciting air show.
LMPD held their bi-weekly press update.
So we'll start with our overview of crime, as we always do. As you can see, 3 months into the year, we're doing pretty well when it comes to our homicides are down, non-fatal shootings are down, robberies are down, traffic fatalities are down. Still have this point of concern with where suicides in the community are. When homicide numbers are lower, those homicide detectives get an opportunity to put more time into those individual cases. And when we're getting good information and cooperation from the public, they were able to clear every homicide that happened in the month of March.
We have so many things to celebrate here in Louisville, specifically downtown. And Friday night, we had the opening night of baseball at the Bats Slugger Field there. Good-sized crowd. We had Kid Rock in town at the Yum Center as well, thousands upon thousands of people. The occupancy rates at the hotels were very high. We had the distilleries all along Main Street, New Lou, you name it, just packed. People, downtown was hopping. Beautiful night, a little bit of a breeze. Peter Pan, tons of families going on at the Kentucky Performing Arts Center. And unfortunately, 2 groups of middle school age kids and teenagers, juveniles, 2 groups involved in violence with the shots fired incidents that unfortunately is the talk of the town, and not highlighting all these amazing things that were going on that day. In this slide here, one thing we want to point out immediately is you see the marked LMPD cruiser in that red circle in the right area where we're asking our officers to be. Our detail officers downtown along all those major events that we just talked about, but also in our waterfront park area where families enjoy our world-renowned walking bridge. We have officers stationed there. And you also see in the next photo just a good gathering of people enjoying the warm weather, enjoying the night. We do have dozens upon dozens of cameras downtown and along the walking bridge, along Waterfront Park. We do not want to hide that fact. We want people to know that you can't come downtown and feel like you're going to get away with crime. This video here occurs in the Orange Lot. I want to highlight again, we talked about the proactive nature and the engagement, the visibility of our officers who are downtown, who are there nearby in the Orange Lot. They respond in a very quick manner and ultimately make an arrest. And we have kids, middle school age kids, as well as a 17-year-old with, as you can see in that photo, a Draco, which is essentially an AK-47 pistol that shoots off very high-powered rounds, that our officers immediately were able to get to and confiscate this weapon and do it in a professional manner that kept everybody in the public safe.
I'm not going to let a 15-year-old terrorize this community. We are going to go out there as a community. We are still going to have fun. We are still going to celebrate. We are still going to gather. And we are going to do our jobs as the police department to make sure that we have that presence and we have that response so that people can do that in a safe and enjoyable way.
Amazon has opened their very first same-day delivery facility in Louisville.
This site is filled with many community members, friends, and family. Here within the facility, we employ over 200 full and part-time individuals, and this facility is designed with integrated robotics to make sure that we are delivering our products safely and at the greatest possible speed. Kentucky offers a trained labor force, great public infrastructure, and wonderful community support.
This latest investment represents a $25 million investment in the creation of over 200 jobs right here in our city. And most importantly, for Amazon Prime members, they can even get their orders quicker. We're fortunate to have same-day delivery here. This is not common everywhere in the country yet. My understanding is we're one of only just 50 or so facilities like this for same-day delivery for Amazon in North America. So that is so exciting.
District 11 Metro Councilman Kevin Kramer is Vice President of the National League of Cities, and he shared an update to that organization on how Louisville is doing 5 years post-COVID.
Hi, I'm Kevin Kramer, Vice President of NLC. When the first signs of COVID-19 emerged in January 2020, Louisville began preparing its response. By March, our city had recorded its first case, and life as we knew it changed. Hospitals filled to near capacity and streets grew eerily quiet, but Louisville demonstrated remarkable resilience. We acted swiftly, partnering with local health officials and Kentucky Nurses Association to establish drive-through testing facilities and vaccination sites. At Broadbent Arena, we created the state's largest indoor mass vaccination center. Thanks to these efforts and the dedication of healthcare workers and volunteers, approximately 596,698 Louisville residents received at least one dose of vaccine. This success was a testament to the community's willingness to take action. Our first responders and those providing essential direct services continued to show up despite the personal risk. Meanwhile, other Metro government employees adapted to remote work, ensuring uninterrupted delivery of essential services.
The regular Louisville Metro Council meeting of June the 11th, 2020 will please come to order.
Metro IT and Metro TV played a key role, enabling council meetings to continue virtually while maintaining transparency. Yet, despite the community's efforts to support one another, pandemic took its toll. Approximately 300 businesses closed permanently, with restaurants, hotels, and airlines bearing the brunt of the economic fallout. Even so, Louisville allocated COVID relief funds to aid recovery efforts and support those hardest hit. Today, our tourism industry has rebounded, with hotel occupancy rates now matching or exceeding pre-COVID levels. Our airport now boasts new direct flight destinations, reflecting the city's growing connectivity and appeal. Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport has seen significant growth since the pandemic, with 2023 being the busiest year ever, and 2024 trends already showing record-breaking passenger numbers and monthly records. SDF was recognized as the fastest growing airport of the top 100 airports in the continental U.S. in 2023. Louisville's tourism also saw record-breaking gains this year by hosting 16 major events and a projected impact of nearly $4.2 billion this year. While some restaurants closed their doors permanently, we've seen new ones emerge, breathing life into former spaces. We are still rebuilding, strengthening housing, employment, and revitalizing businesses. Louisville's perseverance during the pandemic reminds us of our strength and unity. Like many communities, we rose to the challenge and will keep moving forward together.
The Mayor's Office of Sustainability and the Louisville Parks Alliance held its first annual Earth Fest to kick off Earth Month in Louisville.
We are so excited about the Earth. We decided to start in late March and kick it off with Earth Fest. And the intention of this event is to elevate and celebrate all of the great organizations that are going to be doing amazing events and work throughout this month and throughout the year.
We're just coming by to enjoy the festivities, to see what information we can get about making Earth better.
The Earth is worth celebrating because if we didn't have like the ground we have and the dirt, we wouldn't be able to eat.
I think it's important that we build a relationship with the earth, so coming to Earth Fest allows us to recognize different ways we can do that.
I have two requests. One, have a great time today. And the second request is when you learn something today, take that with you and really channel the message of Earth Fest and Earth Day into your daily routine.
The Mayor's Office of Sustainability also held their 4th annual Solarize Louisville kickoff press conference.
Thanks for joining us here today at the beautiful Iroquois Library. This library, in fact, is the first city building to be solarized through Louisville Metro Government's Solar Louisville program. As many of you are aware, going solar is actually reducing the energy burden for our city buildings. It's also saving them some money that can go right back into the crucial programs that are administered in city buildings like this.
We used to linger low on the league table of solar in the US. We were 47th on the list. We've been working hard, and due to Solarize and a lot of commercial solar and particularly utility solar, we're now 39th on the list nationally. So strong progress being made, even if we started to make progress rather late in the day.
The Solarize Louisville program offers households in Jefferson County and 7 surrounding counties the opportunity to go solar and support our 100% clean energy goals for our communities.
Mayor Greenberg is keeping the public informed with his weekly Mayor's Minute.
Hey Louisville, this week's headline is the weather. The severe storms that rolled through our community impacting Fairdale, J-Town, and where I'm here right now in Middletown. Fortunately, no one was injured, but please continue to use caution as throughout this entire weekend, we're going to continue to hit by serious rain. So there's going to be the potential for lots of flooding, so please be careful. The good news is we also made a lot of other progress this weekend, and we started this week with the opening of a new same-day delivery facility from Amazon, one of only 55 in the country right here. We also celebrated moving 50%, just half of the residents in Dosker Manor, out into better housing this week so that we can eventually take Dosker Manor down and build better, affordable, quality housing for those residents that have been living there. We'll continue to stay in touch throughout the weekend. Stay safe, stay dry, Louisville.
3 years ago, Josiah Johnson made national news by making Marion C. Moore School's 8th grade basketball team. Now he's a part of the Louisville Lightning, a team that's focused on taking home a National Wheelchair Basketball Association national championship.
Josiah Johnson's basketball career has been well documented. 3 years ago, Johnson garnered national attention by making his 8th grade basketball team.
I don't want people to feel bad for me.
He made this team. We didn't put him on the team because of no sympathy reason or anything like that. He actually showed up to every tryout. He gave his all. That put himself on the team by making a spot.
And while he made his presence felt on the court, he knew he had to find a way to adapt to the game he loves. So, he decided to give wheelchair basketball another go, a sport he played when he was younger.
It's a big difference because I was kind of at a disadvantage when I was playing able-bodied basketball, but now, I'm in a chair, so it's like with those skills that I've had from playing the able-body, I kind of got the basketball advantage, like shooting and dribbling and stuff like that, but I still got to develop those chair skills that they have.
This year, Johnson joined the Louisville Lightning, JCPS's adaptive sports team. His sport of choice is, of course, basketball.
It's lifting me up. It's a good environment. I look forward to coming to practices. I look forward to seeing my teammates. It's always a good time to be here.
And it's been a good time for Johnson and his team. This weekend, the Lightning are headed to Richmond, Virginia to compete in the National Wheelchair Basketball Association Wheelchair Basketball National Championships. The Lightning will be competing in the junior categories.
It's remarkable. It just shows what talent these kids have, and that really all they needed was the opportunity to showcase their athleticism and their abilities.
This is the second year of the team's existence, and the first being able to compete for a national title. Co-director of the Louisville Lightning, Lightning, Kristen Hamrick says having the ability to display these athletes' skill is important to show the seriousness of the sport.
I think with adapted sports being new, a lot of them think that it's sort of maybe just a feel-good activity or not quite as competitive as the able-bodied sports teams are. And so I think showing that you have to be invited to nationals, all the same things that you would if you were playing on your able-bodied team, I hope will encourage other athletes out there with physical impairments to come give it a try.
And while the Lightning might lack experience on the national stage, they're hoping to strike in Richmond.
Louisville Lightning is ready to win.
And it's no different from able-body. You know, they want to come out here and win. Nobody like losing.
We continue our Metro Council member profiles with the 7 new Metro Council members sworn into office this year. First up is District 4 Metro Councilman Ken Herndon.
Hello, my name is Ken Herndon, and I'm the Metro Councilman for the 4th District. I was first elected to the Metro Council in 2024 and took office in January 2025. My interest in public policy and community involvement has been varied and substantial. Over the years, I have served on the board of directors of the New Lou Business Association, vice president of Louisville Neighborhood Council, board of directors of Brightside, president of the original Highlands Neighborhood Association, advisory committee for 8664, board member and president of Louisville Forum, president of the 2nd Street Association, advisory committee T2 Light Rail Task Force, board member Kids Voting Jefferson County, and was the original co-director of the Fairness Campaign. District 4 is where Louisville was born. The district runs from 32nd Street across the heart of the city to nearly Zorn Avenue and includes Louisville's Central Business District. All are part of Russell, Parkland, California, Victory Park, Phoenix Hill, New Lou, Butchertown, Smoketown, and Clifton Heights neighborhoods, as well as smaller portions of Portland and Old Louisville. District 4 includes everybody's neighborhood downtown, where our community has come together to live, work, and play since 1778. D4 is the home of Louisville's first park, Baxter Square Park, Louisville's first African-American high school, historic Central High School, and numerous sports and performance venues from the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts to Louisville Slugger Field to Waterfront Park to the KFC Yum Center. To learn more about District 4, please call 502-574-1104 or visit www.louisvilleky.gov/District 4.
Louisville Metro Animal Services needs people willing to foster kittens.
This is the kitten room. So I foster kittens for Louisville Metro Animal Services. I started in the fall of 2018. They posted about field trip fostering for dogs, and I attended the training. I joined the private group that they have for volunteers and fosters. And somebody posted, oh, we have some kittens that we need a foster for. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. And so anyway, I put in a foster application, and I have never once taken a dog on a field trip.
Happy mamas produce a lot more milk.
Most of the fosters say once you start, you can't stop.
Their eyes are open. Yeah, hi.
Once you see the need, you can't unsee it. They need people so much to be fosters, so it's hard to stop. I picked them up on the 17th, the same day the kittens were born. So they let her, give birth in the shelter, and then they called and said, we have a mom and 3 kittens. I've always had dogs, and I've, adopted a cat or 2, so I've just become a cat person, I guess, and these kittens are just sweet and cute. And then they become teenagers when they're about 8-9 weeks old, and that's about the time that you spay and neuter them, and you're kind of happier that they go at that point.
They wouldn't even let you pick up their kittens, so you're in here trying to scoop them up with a ladle or a spatula.
They get sick. Sometimes you have sleepless nights, because not just because you're bottle feeding them, but because they're sick. If there's something that goes wrong, you call the emergency number, they walk you through it. Louisville Metro Animal Services will give you, the wet food, the dry food, some toys, anything that's a necessary that you have to have, they will provide for you. They give all the vaccines. And when they're old enough, they go in for spay-neuter surgery, and they'll get their microchip, and then they go for adoption. It's very easy to foster kittens if you work outside the home. You feed them in the morning before you go to work, and as soon as you come home, you sit down and cuddle kittens again. It's because we love them that we do this. Somebody famous says goodbye is the goal, and that's very true. It gets easier. I cry less when they leave now. It's just, very satisfying. You do feel like you're helping, and they need the help.
Did you know that several local businesses consider Louisville Pure Tap Water to be a key ingredient that makes their product special?
Hi, I'm Kayla with Louisville Water, and this is Made with Pure Tap, a special segment where we're highlighting some amazing local businesses that use water to make their products. Here in Louisville, we're proud of our water. Louisville Pure Tap is an anchor for the small business community and an important ingredient in some delicious products. Today, we're here at Elixir Kombucha. Let's go talk to Corey and learn more about how this local business is using Louisville Pure Tap.
Hey, I'm Corey Wood, co-founder of Elixir Kombucha. Danielle, my wife, and I launched Elixir in 2016. We make a bubbly probiotic beverage here in the Portland neighborhood of Louisville. We became fascinated with gut health and its impact on overall health, and kombucha is like the ultimate gut health beverage. So kombucha it starts as a batch of sweet tea. So we have loose leaf organic tea and organic cane sugar. We brew that, and after we chill the tea, we introduce a live culture called a SCOBY, and that's what makes kombucha special. So this SCOBY ferments the tea, and it turns it into a bubbly, probiotic, organic acid-rich product that's great for gut health. And making great kombucha starts with having a great source of water. So we are lucky to be in the city with the nation's best water, Louisville Pure Tap. Today we're brewing tea and we're canning our award-winning grapefruit, hibiscus, and orange peel kombucha. You can find Elixir at over 200 retailers across Kentucky, Southern Indiana, and Cincinnati. And we also ship nationwide through our website, elixirkombucha.com.
Thanks, Corey, for that amazing behind-the-scenes look and for using Louisville Pure Tap. We're proud to give Elixir Kombucha the Made with Pure Tap seal of approval. Cheers.
You're never at a loss for something to do in Louisville. Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism has suggestions for what you might enjoy this month.
Hi, I'm Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism. Mark your calendar for a few of these events happening this week. Louisville is celebrating 100 years of the famous novel The Great Gatsby, starting April 10th. Participate in events honoring the city's ties to F. Scott Fitzgerald's book at various Louisville attractions through June. Visit www.gotolouisville.com and search for The Great Gatsby to find information about the April 10th Evan Williams Bourbon Experience's special tasting event or the April 13th World Ballet Company's Great Gatsby performance. It will be hard to miss the official kickoff to the annual Kentucky Derby Festival's Thunder Over Louisville on April 12th with the drone, air show, and fireworks display along the banks of the Ohio River. Watch from Waterfront Park, Big Four Lawn, or at one of the ticketed Thunder parties. On Saturday, April 12th, the Douglas Loop Farmers Market reopens for the season on Bardstown Road in the Highlands neighborhood, offering fresh produce, baked goods, live music, and a playground for families to enjoy every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get more details about these events and others at www.gotolouisville.com. Just click on the calendar of events.
We were out on the streets of Louisville asking people, what is your favorite spring break location?
My name's Josh, and I think that would probably be when I went to Orlando with my family in college to Disney World.
The favorite place that I have been on spring break is Miami, Florida.
My name is Braden. I'm from Ohio, up Toledo, and this is the first real spring break trip I've ever taken. So far, we've just seen a bunch of distilleries and been to all the amazing restaurants here so far. It's a great time.
My name's Mason, and I'd probably say Miami.
My name is Teresa Lopez, and I'm from Houston, Texas. And my favorite place I've been to on spring break is Malaga, Spain.
My favorite place on spring break here is probably Thunder. Thunder over Louisville, just a good time that we enjoy the city and kind of our Independence Day type of thing. A lot of tourists come in and we have a lot of fun.
Metro Animal Services has several dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies that are all looking for a good home. Thank you for watching Louisville This Week. Please share Metro TV with your family and friends and ask them to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X, and download our app on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Have a wonderful week.